Hold on a second. I have call waiting. Knock it off. I know it's you. Sorry about that.
Well, let's see. Let's see how badly we can screw up this live stream. We've attempted multiple times to do this review for Top Gun Maverick. I got to organize. I have my aviators. I have my tub of popcorn thing, aluminum thing, you know, collector's item, and I got my cup from Top Gun. And I got everything. I was so excited to do a stream. And what happens? What happens? Technical issues. Technical issues. That's what happens when you do things live.
I can't do it.
Live.
We'll do it live. Okay. We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. And thing sucks.
5, 4, 3.
Thank you, Bill Riley. I needed that introduction in the beginning of this colossal failure attempt and trying to fix this damn issue. I don't know what. Oh, by the way, let there be light. Let there be light. Let there be light before we get started with this review. Because we're doing something a little different. This is going to be my first time ever. This is my first time ever doing a movie review, an official movie review. Why? I don't know. I saw Top Gun. It was good. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it wasn't good. I don't know. You're going to hear all about it. But before we get that done, let's do the intro because we're getting fancy dancy with the technology because YouTube is gonna shun me if I don't keep up with the pace with the rest of you people. So let's do the intro.
And when you're out there without care, yeah, I was out of touch. But it wasn't because I didn't know enough. I just knew too much. Does that make me crazy? Does that make me crazy? Does that make me crazy? Possibly.
I am dangerous.
Yep. He is dangerous. We heard about Maverick being dangerous, so dangerous throughout the whole first movie. Yeah, and if you listen, there's going to be some spoilers in this movie. There's going to be some spoilers in this review. But I'm going to also give some spoilers for the first Top Gun. So if you haven't seen it already, it's only been 35 years. Tough luck if you haven't seen that. It's your fault for not seeing it, and it's going to be spoiled for you. So we're going to talk about that a little bit. Hey Cole, how you doing? What movie about cars are we talking about? What are we talking about here? We're talking about Top Gun. It's all about airplanes. It's not about cars. It's about airplanes. The F-16, F-18s, Phantom fighters, all that kind of crazy stuff. It's all about that stuff. So by the way, anybody that's watching now or on the replay, you need to go and check out Cole's channel and look at this marvelous fluffy mustache that he has and admire it because not all of us can grow a mustache like that. So it's very admirable. And by the way, you should change your logo. And add a mustache onto it. There's no mustache on your logo. Sure, we could talk about Pixar movie cars. No problem. We'll talk about that another time. But now, we are going to talk about Top Gun. So first, let's start off. I go to the movies and I take my aviators because you know what? You know, Top Gun, Top Gun. I want to feel like I'm a pilot. I wear my aviators. And I go there, but I have to take them off when I go into the movies because it's too dark to be able to watch the movie with the aviators. But I put them back on after the movie's done. Let's get that. Then I go to the popcorn line. And they have popcorn and soda and candy and all this crap. And what happens? I go in. They actually get this thing. Look at this. Look at this cool tub that they put my popcorn in. It comes. Look at that. Look. Look, I can play music. I can play music with it. So they gave me this, and then they gave me this big cup over here, a commemorative cup, a commemorative Maverick Top Gun cup. Look at that. So I got one of that and one of that. It cost me $20, a freaking grand larceny. They ripped me off for that, but I got them. I kept sending my date back, and she kept filling it up for free. Oh, something you don't know. A lot of movie theaters will refill your popcorn for. So I got my money's worth. In popcorn. So I got them. Good. You know that every time I get them, they deserve one of these. Because
I am dangerous.
great scene, by the way. If you haven't seen that popcorn, if you haven't seen that movie, Top Gun, the first one, that is about Maverick being dangerous and Val Kilmer making very, very strange kind of facial moves. Look at this. Let's take a good look.
I am dangerous.
Look at that. Look at how weird that looks.
I am dangerous.
Look at that. Did you ever try to intimidate somebody by doing that? Did you ever try to intimidate somebody by doing that? I don't know. If I tell you something, if somebody did this to me, they'd freak me out. Absolutely freak me out. But hey. So I got my tub of popcorn. I got my soda. I had my aviators. I got all the. I'm all pumped up. Everybody's saying the movie is great. The movie, you gotta see it. It is awesome. You're gonna hear the truth here. And I just bite people, not pretend to bite people. Oh, that's a very good thing to do. Does your mustache get in the way? Does your mustache get in the way of your bites? I don't know. Well, maybe you should make a video about biting people. I think that would be great. No? Yeah. Well, there you go. He was Batman. Was he a worse Batman? Here's a question for the community. Who was worse? Was it Val Kilmer or was it George Clooney? Who was the worst Batman? Who was the worst? And we know that the nipples on the George Clooney suit was questionable. But who was worse? Val Kilmer or George Clooney? I don't know. But we're gonna have to find out. That's basically it. Just bite people and pretend. We said that already. George Clooney. Yeah, I. You know what? You might be right, but you might be wrong. I don't know. When was the last time you saw it? We got another Clooney one. They were both pretty bad. I think George Clooney kind of looked like a Bruce Wayne a little bit more than just looks wise. He kind of looked like a Bruce Wayne to me because he looked like an arrogant billionaire prick. But I'm not sure who acted worse. I don't know. They were both pretty bad. So we got two votes. We got a BFIT vote for Clooney, and we got a George Clooney one, and a Coles vote for Clooney being worse. I might be leaning toward because of the damn bat nipples, and I don't want to crucify the guy over his damn horrible costume. But hey. So before I get started with the review, let me just give you guys a look back to how the previous the previous Gun pretty much ended. So let's take a look back. So everybody gets our little recollection of where we left off. Where we left off. Oh, we're gonna get some copyright strikes over here. I tell you that. By the way, as you can see at the bottom of the screen, some courtesy of MovieSports.com.
You are still dangerous. You can be my wingman anytime.
Bullshit. You can be mine. I am dangerous.
Well, we'll get into Goose in a second. So that pretty much how Top Gun ended in the first one. You know, he got back from the mission. The big hero, and then the arch nemesis, the rivals, the Val Kilmer, the Iceman, the Maverick, the Tom Gunn. They have a healthy rivalry, and now they have a respect for each other. So this is how it pretty much ended. And you know, at the end, you see the guy saying he wants to make him into a instructor, blah 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 blah, that kind of thing, because he's so dangerous. Wow, what are you gonna make? You're gonna make a dangerous guy an instructor? Yeah, let's see how it starts. So we get the new Top Gun that started, you know, and it starts up pretty much the same as the first Top Gun, where you see all the airplanes coming in, and they're putting the gas in with the hoses, and you know that famous scene, and it's playing Danger Zone. By the way, the actual soundtrack was pretty decent, pretty damn decent. I will say that. Yeah, I will say that the soundtrack was pretty damn decent. Well, it's pretty damn decent because 90% of it was from the first Top Gun movie. Hey, Danger Zone worked. It still works. Didn't have any take my breath away stuff. We didn't have any. Oh, here's a spoiler. Here's the first spoiler. No McGinnis in it. No. You know that hot blonde chick that was in the first one? Well, she wasn't in it. And if you go and take a look at her real-time pictures of what she looks like at this moment, sorry, I coughed. That's what happens on live streams. Not Corona. I'm just a really bad smoker. Anyway, so she doesn't look so hot in real life right now. She really does not look at all. You know, hey, Rob, thanks for joining us. So McGinnis, she's not in the movie. She is not in the movie whatsoever. She is written off. No talk about her whatsoever. Nothing. So we go back to the beginning where it was. The scenes are very, very similar. The hoses, the airplanes, they're on the thing and they're doing all this stuff. And then you got Maverick in a brand new state-of-the-art plane doing all kinds of crazy stuff. And they're about to, he's in charge of a department. He's in charge of a department now because, you know, we put dangerous people in charge of government departments. So he's in charge of the department. And the department is about to cancel. It's about to get canceled. Just like everything else is in 2022. It's about to get canceled. The guy that does the funding for it is driving on his way and saying that if they can't get He was supposed to get that plane to Mach 9. He was supposed to get that plane to Hot that day in order to meet the quota. And now the guy's coming in and saying, well, if we don't get to Mach 10, we're going to cancel it. So he's basically screwing over Top Gun Maverick and Tom Cruise and his entire department. So what does he do? He doesn't wait for the guy to come so that he could do the test. So he gets in the plane, and as the guy comes in and he's driving up, he sees the plane going off. And he's enraged. He's enraged because Maverick just did something he shouldn't do, just like he always does. He did something he shouldn't do. So he basically just took the $1 billion plane and government money and flew it. And he flew it, and he got to Mach 10. He got to Mach 10. And then what happens? The plane blows apart because Top Gun Maverick, freaking Mitch, freaking Tom Cruise, he decides 10 Mach 10 is not enough. Let's crank it up. And he goes Mach 10.1, 10.2, 10.3. He destroys the plane. And what happens? Ooh, he's in big trouble. He's in hot water now. So what happens? He's about to get reamed. He's about to get his ass chewed up by everybody, and maybe even court-martialed and fired, and this and that. And all of a sudden, a call comes in saying that he's been called into duty to go back to the Top Gun program, and it's a government order from a high admiral guy. Yeah, who was the admiral guy? Iceman. That's who it was. Iceman. So he's in the movie. He's in the movie. So he goes in. You know who Iceman is. You know who Iceman is. You know, this guy. No, not that guy.
I am dangerous.
Yeah, he's dangerous. Anyway, so he brings them back to the Top Gun program on a secret mission. And he has to come in. He doesn't know why. Why this happened. So he comes in. They tell him about how dangerous he is because, you know, he's dangerous. Everything is about being dangerous. Dangerous. And at the same time, what happens? You get. Hey, by the way, how am I doing on this movie review so far, guys? Am I doing okay on this review? Whoever's watching live, you gotta let me know. Am I being as thorough? Am I being as thorough as possible with this freaking movie? I'm trying to be thorough and trying to look at this. I'm all prepared. I don't know. Maybe I should make an instrument out of this. This is really handy. Now I paid through the nose to get this stupid souvenir tub, but it's really good. This thing sucks. I'm gonna wash it 2-3 times. It's done garbage. But this thing could be useful. I gotta find a use for it. You know, these I had already. These I had already because Ray-Bans, Maverick. Yeah, these are my things. Anyway. So if this review sucks so far, or if you're watching in the replay, you gotta let me know if this sucks. Because if it does suck, I won't do it again. I'm trying to be as thorough as possible. By the way, isn't it funny? I've been back for about a week and a half, something like that already, and I haven't done one comic-related video yet. Not one, but I'll get there. We'll get to the comics soon, but we got to get to Top Gun before that. So he's getting kind of instructions telling him about what is going to happen, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And he's basically on a really high level secret mission. He's gonna go and fight the Russians or something like that. And he got a whole crew of new Top Gun recruits that he has to train for this mission because he's the only one that could get them trained to be able to get the mission done because he's dangerous and they need a dangerous guy to make dangerous people. He needs dangerous people to actually train people in a dangerous way.
I am dangerous.
Yeah, he's dangerous. Yeah, you're gonna hear a lot of dangerous throughout the movie, just like in the first one. Anyway. So He gets the thing. He thought he was going to fly the mission. No, he's not going to fly the mission. He's going to train the guys to go to the mission. I'm not a flight instructor. I'm not good at that. I'm a fighter. I'm a flyer. No. This is your last chance, Maverick. This is what happens. This is your last chance, Maverick. This is what happens. You're gonna have to train them, or you're gonna get court-martialed, and you're gonna go to hell. Yeah, that's what's gonna happen, and you're gonna get stripped. And whatever. Oh, by the way, we learned that after all these years, all that he's been able to achieve is becoming captain. Why? Because he's too dangerous. They won't promote him. He stayed a captain for all these years, but he's the greatest fighter ever. And he's stuck at captain. Whatever. So he's looking at the people on their list. Who does he see? Rooster. Who's Rooster? Who is Rooster? I don't know who Rooster is. Well, here, I'll let you know who Rooster is. Rooster is Goose and Meg Ryan's son. Oh yeah. He's their son. And what happens? He got to train him on a mission that he's probably not going to come back from. Ooh, this is deja vu. This is something new. This is something that's got some meat to it. This is a plot, a good story plot. You know? But
That's me, honey. Take me to bed or lose me forever. Show me the way home, honey.
I
hey,
remember
what
when
the hell is that? Why is that doing? Anyway, whatever. Anyway, I call it. So you have a scenario now where you have Rooster, Meg Ryan, and Goose's son needing to be trained by Maverick because he's dangerous. He's got to teach him to do dangerous things in a no win situation. And by the way, for all the people out there that have been waiting and they really wanted to see Meg Ryan in the film, she's not in it either. Sorry, spoiler. She's not in it either. Why? I don't know. Contractual issues. I know she's around. Yeah, she doesn't exactly look like the cute little Meg Ryan that we remember. She's like all plasticky out and stretched out, and her mouth is like she got one of these mouths and stretched. She does not look like Meg Ryan, but she's Meg Ryan. She's you can recognize her. They got Tom Cruise. They got Tom Cruise in the movie, and Tom Cruise, yeah, he looks like Tom Cruise. But here's the problem. He's got so much damn Botox and plastic surgery. So when he turns his face, everything turns. There's no muscle movement. There's no reaction time. There's nothing that's happening with his face. It's pretty weird. It's like going to Madame Tussauds and watching the wax museum people just go, just moving around. That's Tom Cruise. But hey, we're gonna get past that. We're gonna get past that part. Pop guns. What the hell does pop guns mean? I don't know. Beef it. Pop guns. What? I don't know. Well, yeah, she's all stretched. I'm not going to get into perverted, dirty comments about stretching, but yeah, her face is stretched. It's definitely stretched. I don't know what else is stretched on her, but her face is definitely stretched. And so they didn't have her. So we don't have Meg Ryan in there. We don't got McGinnis, the hot blonde chick who's not so hot anymore. Oh my God. I was devastated. I went and looked up a picture of her, of what she looks like. I'm not going to put her on here because the poor woman, she's aging gracefully with her time. She looks age appropriate, I guess, for her time. But oh my God, she was so hot. Oh my God, what happened to her? Meg Ryan was she was hot in a cute way. But McGinnis, she was. So anyway. Oh, by the way, who's going to be Tom Cruise's love interest? Maverick's Top Gun's love interest going forward. Who's going to be here? Jennifer Connelly. Yeah, we're going to have her. Yeah, she's pretty hot for her age. I guess she's around 50. She's a pretty hot chick. She looks a lot younger than Tom Cruise does. And there's a loose connection of her character. She's playing the character of Penny. Penny, and there was some kind of reference to some little girl called Penny. You better not break. Some little girl that was called Penny in the first one. I don't remember exactly, but there was some kind of loose connection to Penny, and she was her, and she grew up, or whatever the case is. But whatever the case, it was not so special, you know. Oh, my StreamYard link does not work. Let's see why it doesn't work. Let's try this again. Let's see this again. Let's try to fix this. All right, I just got it again. I'm putting it down. By the way, if anybody caught the original stream that I did of this a little while ago and it canceled it, it was because it was a big colossal failure. Cameras were flying from here. Cameras were flying there. Everything was falling apart on me. It was a big colossal freaking mess. So, you know, that's what happens when you do things live. But you know what? I'm not going to shy away from doing things live. I'm just going to do them. By the way, I put in the StreamYard. Hopefully this one works. But, you know, we're doing it live.
I can't do it. We'll do it live. Okay. We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. And thing sucks.
Thank you, Bill.
4, 3.
You know, I sometimes take some help from Bill O'Reilly on my live streams. You know, he basically, you know, helps keeps things in order and that kind of thing. But that being said, yeah, did you notice how advanced we're getting? I got little clips that I'm doing where we got this setup over here. We got props. We got lighting. Look at this. Look. Oh, what happened there? Now I just lost my vision. Now I'm going blacked out. Now I'm blacked out. What do we do when we get blacked out? Well, this is what we're going to do.
Can you hold on a second? I have call waiting. Knock it off, I know it's you. Sorry about that.
All right, we're back. Man, we got a guest.
Let's do it live.
We got a guest. Let's shut Jim Carrey up. Shut up, Jim Carrey.
Just do it live.
Do it live. That's how it works. Do it live. F it. You know? Ah, damn it. I lost camera angle again. What the hell's going on with me? You know, what the hell is this?
Welcome to a comedy of errors. Your host today is Comic Journey.
You know, while we have that, let's make you big. I'll make you big while I try to fix my camera angle problems.
You fix that, I'll go back to Top Gun. How's that?
All right, did you watch it?
I did. I made a point of running out to go see Top Gun opening weekend.
So did I.
I saw it on actually the Friday before. I was lucky to have the day off, and so I could avoid the crowds because people suck. I know how you can appreciate that sentiment and not wanting to be around a bunch of idiotic people. So I went to a mostly empty theater, which was nice, and enjoyed it immensely. My general impression was that it hit all just nostalgia points to bring me back to the original and evoke some of those feelings, while at the same time give some new stuff that actually I thought made it a better movie in the end than the original, even though there again is some things that you just go, you have to suspend disbelief at towards the end of the movie to kind of go, yeah, okay, whatever, the script is on their side.
Well, I was actually surprised of how dangerous everything was all about being dangerous. He's too dangerous. He's too this, too that. You know, it's
That's
just like
always
the
been the
first
thing.
one.
That was the whole thing, right? Of Maverick. He was a Maverick, darn it. That's how he got his name. And he was always doing things that were, not necessarily he was always breaking the rules. And, he had his own reasons for sometimes justifying that, or some of it was always still, back to his feeling that he needs to prove himself, because how everybody, in the original movie, it was all tied back, of course, to his dad. And of course, and then after the case, it's still, he's haunted by Goose's death, and can't ever really kind of get back in the whole game, and always trying to find himself. Right. Um, and it makes no surprise that we find out that he didn't cut it as an instructor at Top Gun after the end of the first movie, when he went back and washed out pretty quick. Because if you got a guy who's all about breaking the rules at a place where you're trying to teach people to be safe and do things by the rules in a certain way, it's not going to float.
Well, it looks like I'm running into dangerous mode right now. And you know why? My camera's not working.
Did you try plugging it in, unplugging it, and plugging it back in
Yeah,
again?
I'm just doing this again, and it's telling me not recognizing all that stuff. So guess what's gonna happen? I'm gonna be doing this blank and that kind of thing, and we'll see how that works.
And it was too bad, because your setup was beautiful for a no face guy. Having you had the perfect setup with the props and everything that was going on there. It was working great.
Oh, I was prepared. I was really, really authentically prepared. Maybe I could try to make something else work here. I'll try to figure it out as I'm going through. But I'm glad that you enjoyed the film. I personally, will say this to anybody that's looking to watch it that hasn't watched it yet. And if you love flight movies, airplane movies, fight scenes, and that kind of thing, I think you're gonna love it. I think it's got a lot of that in there.
It has a lot more flying than the first movie had. I recently went back and rewatched the first one, but just before this, to show it to my kid, and I was like, oh wow, that's not as much flying as I really remember going on in it. But what was great about it, I think, is just you miss what practical effects really come across like on a movie versus digital effects. And Tom Cruise's insistence on using practical effects for this movie, it really kind of makes it that much more real, combined with the fact that, look, I'm a big advocate of home theater systems and being able to watch movies in the privacy of my home, because I hate people in general, right? Or being around them. But no matter how expensive of a sound system I have in my home from years of working in the audio industry, it pales when you go to the theater and those jets fire up those engines and your seat starts rumbling and vibrating from the engine and everything else that's going on. That just adds that much more. It is definitely an experience for the theaters. Don't wait for it to come out on streaming.
Absolutely. If you have the opportunity to watch this in IMAX, you definitely want that. You definitely want to see that happen, because it is something that really works well like that.
Yeah.
So I strongly recommend it on that end. There were a couple, as far as a plot's concerned, there was a couple of like really, really loose things.
Absolutely.
Like the whole Penny thing.
Well, I didn't necessarily need him to be, a guy who bounces from one place to another and everything else, and had a string of history. For him not to be with Kelly McGillis still, that makes perfect sense to me. To find out that they've had this on and off, him and Penny Benjamin have had a series of on and off dalliances over this time. That also is in keeping with the character that I expect, right? So having an opportunity to reintroduce as he's matured and now at the end of his time, and getting his comeuppance a couple times in it. Oh, momentary camera. I didn't have a problem with it. I mean, it wasn't the main focus, having that relationship. It was just something else to anchor and sometimes give him to round out the character or let him start to um, talk about certain things. So I don't know. I thought it was fine. It definitely wasn't, the strongest part of the film, but it didn't need to
Yeah,
be.
I would have liked to see a little bit of a cameo from McGinnis in there, just because why not? Uh,
I did like the fact that tie it to it. What kind of did you notice? What kind of car Penny Benjamin was driving?
no, I did not.
She was driving a Porsche. Remember what kind of
Oh,
car Kelly
that's right.
McGinnis was driving?
Yep, yeah,
A Porsche.
yeah. They're
Apparently, being a bartender or a bar owner on a naval base pays well enough that you can afford a Porsche.
oh yeah, you could definitely get that Porsche out. You know what? They work on cash. They have to
That's
put that
right. I
all
was
on the
off the
books.
books. Yeah,
That,
exactly.
that would definitely do it. This really, really sucks. The fact that this is not working right. This makes me pretty much do this. You know.
I am dangerous.
Yeah. The callback with Val Kilmer though was good. It was solid. Bringing finding out that that those two based off of the first movie that they formed such a bond that despite the fact that Maverick continues to try to find ways to torpedo his own career, that Iceman continued to look out for him whenever he could, and and understood the value in somebody who would look outside or thinks outside of the box and wouldn't necessarily always follow the orders exactly, but would focus on the objective at the end, right? And that was kind of his whole point when in that final conversation that they have when he says that the Navy needs Maverick for this mission. It was like, it wasn't because I need you to teach these kids what else, because I need somebody who can focus on getting the objective done regardless of what the rules are or what the thought process is, right? And then, of course, it was also really interesting um, to see. I thought one of the subtle notes in this film was when you had these conversations about training these recruits here to do this mission, and you hear the officers talk about, you need to train them to do this, and they need to do this, need to do this, and Maverick says, and bring them home all safe. And then they all kind of like pause, and he's like, oh, and to bring them all home safe. Here's a guy who's lost his closest friend early on in his career and his reel in Goose, and is haunted by this to this day. And his thing is not only to train these guys to do his mission, but to make sure that they get a chance to come home. And the Navy, on the other hand, is going, we need this objective taken care of, and we don't, people are expendable.
Well, that definitely would play a big role as far as the making it a really, really watchable.
Yeah.
And adding a really nice element to it. I will say this much: anybody that's watching that's a huge Val Kilmer fan and it was expecting to see a very long, extended role in this movie, it was not. He was not
No,
long.
he just can't anymore, unfortunately. But he did look pretty good considering how I've seen him in the past recently.
You
Even
seen
like
that
his appearance.
documentary he did?
No, I haven't seen that. But last time I
That-
saw him was in the most recent Bill and Ted, or not Bill and Ted's, the most recent Jay and Silent Bob movie where he didn't look all that great.
No, he's there's something really messed up going on with his health.
Well, he's had throat cancer.
Yeah.
And had it basically destroyed his voice box. So he has a tracheotomy and he can't speak all that well. So, being able to have most of his conversations as a text back and forth, I thought his character was used well. It didn't need to be any more than it was. And I thought that, I remember reading one of the early reviews, somebody saying, well, killing him off didn't make any sense. Right. And I'm like, oh, no, it made perfect sense because that's how
I disagree with that. That makes sense. That definitely
it did, because it was the impetus then for, look, the only way for Maverick to ultimately end up on this mission flying it was, for the man who was protecting him and keeping him in the trainer role to die, and for the Navy to try to say, hey, you're gone, we're going to get rid of you. And for him then to go out there and, be Maverick and say, nope, look, this mission can be flown. I'm going to show you it can be flown to accomplish the mission objective by himself and then it's basically okay. Now you're going to be unit leader and fly this mission because nobody else can. So that was interesting, and it was necessary, I thought.
Yeah, I agree. I think it was necessary. What do you think of the fact that they killed off Meg Ryan?
Well, it didn't matter one way or the other whether they did or not.
Considering
It,
they're
but
using her
but it did.
son in the
But
movie,
but it was not well. But so its purpose really was this concept of look, Rooster's upset with Maverick because Maverick held his papers back from joining the academy, right? And it was one of these things to show that it wasn't Maverick doing that because Maverick was solely because of him afraid of Rooster getting hurt, but because it turned out that Meg Ryan's character never wanted a Rooster to go into the Navy and follow in his dad's footsteps, and had asked him to please make sure that it didn't happen. And so it was like, look, I did this as his mom's dying wish type of thing, and he still got into the Navy eventually, and he blames me for it. And look, I'm going to carry that blame because you know what? He doesn't need to hate his mom. He does, and that was fine. I was fine with it. So, and you kind of then understand wherever else they decide to go with this, where he's this, here's this guy who's lost his mom, he's lost his dad, the Navy's all he's got. He's got a chip on his shoulder because he's behind in his career because of the fact that his uncle Maverick, whatever, tried to hold him out of it and all this other stuff. So,
well, I don't know. Well, I'm trying to make do with this whole video
it's a
camera.
good thing that's not a white pillowcase.
Yeah, I guess so. I had to find something that will reflect my colors and my logo and everything like that. Yeah, camera one is down and it's really screwed up. And what am I gonna do right now? So everybody gets to see a little bit more of me today. You got to see a little bit more of me.
Shoulders. He's going for the
You
greatest
got
shoulders.
Shoulders. You got another profile look from me. I had a big colossal mess. This is what I get for trying to be fancy. I'm gonna keep it simple, stupid going forward, and just have one angle, not a lot of stuff, not a glitz and glamour. Just keep a nice, simple stream going on. But
I don't know. It was working. I just wanted to hop on real quick and say hi. Unfortunately, I have to run because I have Slab Hub
That's
coming
what I was
up
about
here.
to say. Well, I'm
so.
looking forward to it. I'm gonna actually end the stream very, very shortly because of that reason. Because I want to jump on the Slab Hub and see you slab shame the whole world.
This guy who's coming on is going to be awesome. But yeah, no, Top Gun was great. Guys, go out and check it out. The far ending, if I would just say, I don't know how much spoilering you're doing essentially on this film, but the ending was a little bit of a stretch. But
it was a lot of a stretch. Come on,
yeah,
come on.
Yeah,
I mean, that was a stretch.
I don't know. Is this a spoiler-filled video? I didn't catch the very beginning. I guess it's
said
pretty much is.
Spoilers. There's gonna be spoilers. Val Kilmer dies.
Yeah.
No
well, and he kind of look. Essentially, there's the whole one of the biggest deals is they got to complete this mission against this undescript country in a certain amount of time because they got to get in and get out before the country has a chance to launch their Gen 5 aircraft. So it's a country that
was it Russia or was it somewhere else?
It was unclear. It was it was an unspoken country. It shouldn't be Russia because Russia wouldn't have F-14s. Right, but what country is going to have F-14s and Gen 5? It didn't really matter, and Russia also would have their own. Already has uranium enrichment going on and stuff. So it was more likely probably some sort of Asian region country or something is my guess, because you had to have close enough to the water, a coastal country that you were coming in directly into their airspace from the ocean. And it had to have whatever, it's probably supported by China.
Well,
but
I appreciate you jumping on, Rob. And like I said, if anybody wants to watch it, it's worthwhile watching. Just go in there expecting extend. Don't use your imagination. Don't necessarily get too real with it. Go try to have fun with it. That's
I'll
it.
talk to you later, buddy. I got to run.
I'll jump on your stream and harass you on that. So, no,
I'll talk to you guys all later.
this stream may or may not actually stay up. I don't know. It was a big colossal mess. I don't know. The googly eyes in the sky, they got something against me. I don't know what the hell the problem is, but I'm not happy. I'm not happy. Either way, I'm done. You know what? That's what happens when we go live. That's what happens when we go live.
I can't do it. We'll do it live.
Okay.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. And thing sucks.
In 5, 4, 3.
I am dangerous.
Yeah, he is dangerous. This was a colossal mess. Thank you for everybody that jumped on live and anybody that watched on the replay. This may or may not stay on. I don't know. This one really sucked. All right. Take note. Use this as a guideline for how not to do a live stream, and maybe it helps somebody. Till then, make your own review videos, and that's it. I'm out of here. I'm done. I'm exhausted. This thing just wiped me out. Ugh. Ugh. Done.